Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Darkness Within, in pursuit of Loth Nolder. I'm Kamchak Fisco, and come join me for the next stop on the Horror Rush. Alright, let's try these other ones. Hi, friend. I want to proudly announce to you that we've discovered what we've been seeking. The city was lying buried in the sand 1 mile northwest of the location we last dug at. According to some of the local legends, all the inhabitants of the city were killed when the city was buried under the sands because of their sins. These legends have greatly influenced the locals, as we noticed when we excavated the city. We uncovered it after 2 weeks of exhausting work. The first things we noticed were the skeletons and the abundance of bones scattered everywhere, some of which appeared to have been gnawed on. The gnawing we heard. It's whatever it is, it's loose here now. We found parchments which contained pictures and some strange hieroglyphics in the cave that was most likely used as a library. The sections with the pictures looked like they were about necromancy and sorcery. One of the parchments in particular is very exciting, because it has some sections that look like the Voynich manuscript, which is thought to be related to the botanic? What is the botanic? I know what the word means, but what is the context here? In some buildings, stained low altars, okay. Stained low altars, which have really exciting symbols on them, greet the eye. Inside the buildings with these low altars, it is apparent that at one time the walls were adorned with colorful petroglyphs. This desert is not as suspicious as it first seemed. I listened to the sounds which Marco Polo had mentioned, and I could say that he was right. Some nights speech and music were heard so close to our camp, whoops, I'm not on the arrow, that it would be fatuity not to try to record them. Fatuity. I can guess what that word means, but I'm going to look it up anyway. Fatuity. Foolish or stupid. Yeah, I figured that's what it meant. But it cannot be said that we were successful in the attempt, because the only thing we had were screamings of the wind that was continuously moving the sands and immersing us in incoherent thoughts. I think that this discovery is an important step on the way to our ultimate goal, which needs to be examined a bit more. I hope I can send detailed documents about all of our discoveries in short time. Take care till then. Shalif bin Humar. Shalif bin Humar. Sorry if I butchered that name. Well, I did butcher it, there's no doubt about it. My old friend, you may be worried because you haven't heard from me in some time, but I can assure you that you will be surprised when you see the things I have found. In the package I have sent you, I have added all the copies of my discoveries together with the notes about what I have written. It is very noticeable that they are very ancient, but still, I think that they were copied from even more ancient source. The drawings on the fourth parchment seem particularly attractive and confusing. They may seem meaningless at first, but when you inspect the notes that I have added, they will be clearer. I think that the sign with an Ouroboros around it serves as a key or source for the others, and I still cannot understand the meaning of the diagram on which the familiar celestial bodies are shown in strange locations. If you could find any clues about these matters, please let me know. Okay, so there's nothing on the first page. Even if I wanted to talk about these things excessively, I have to stop here for now. I have to travel shortly, and I won't return for a month. Hence, you will not hear from me during that time. I think that I will be back on the latest on 11/28/2011, so November 28th. The time is getting closer, and thus, these things will start to become more complex. P.S. I think there's a connection between my discoveries and the book you have sent, but it would be best to leave this until our next conversation, since I have not been able to examine it sufficiently. John D. I assume we're not allowing the name. Nope. Okay, so just tell me where it is. This is someone's date of their return to their residence, but who will return? Didn't they say... Oh, old friend, so no, it's not a sibling. Can I not do... Oh, because we don't know who it is, so we can't... Yeah, okay. So I guess we'll have to come back at a later date. So some of these we can't unlock right now because we don't know. Whoops, wrong one. We just did that. Dear I.B., I will try to write down completely all the information regarding the strange disappearance of Mr. R, which I have learned directly from Mr. F.V. I beseech you to send this mail to Mr. Kerwin too, because, as you know, I have to leave for Salele? I have to leave for Salele today. About 1 month ago, Mr. R had written a letter to Mr. F.V. mentioning a police operation was being conducted in the area where he was living, and how he felt uncomfortable because of this event. According to what Mr. R said, the police heard some unusual things, and because of this, they started their investigation in the suburbs. Some people have been arrested, but the reason for these arrests have not been announced publicly. In the successive days, Mr. FB got in touch with one of our police friends and got some information regarding the strange operation. Arthur. I'll bet you it's Arthur. According to our police investigation, the investigation focused on the 2 Gabonese sailors and what they had brought from the eastern Indian islands. Mr. R tried to retrieve the information regarding these Gabonese sailors. These sailors gave some objects from the eastern Indian islands where they often sailed with the merchant ships to some unknown persons in the suburbs. At a tavern called Knight's Head, he learned from an undependable source, from a drunk, that the police seized one of those objects in the course of the investigation. According to the drunk, they had sold a very ancient parchment to someone named Legrois, and were paid very generously. Then these 2 had quit sailing and went back to their country, Gabon. That last object, the parchment, was very important and dangerous. Mr. R said all of this in his last letter to Mr. FB. But after a month, when Mr. FB noticed that no reply of his letters had been coming from Mr. R, he wanted to visit him personally. When he arrived at his house, there was no trace of Mr. R. That is all that Mr. FB told me. He is now residing at Mr. R's place and waiting for further orders. I have sent a letter to Mr. FV telling him to contact you, and I hope he will be visiting you soon. Your servant, Z. Okay. Did that give us enough that we can actually look for the next clue? Because now we know there's a police informant, and there's an insider with the police, and I'll bet you it's Arthur. I will bet you it's Arthur. Nope, we don't know enough to know that yet. Alright, so what's with the box? I may find a use for these sticks. They seem specially crafted for a certain purpose. Okay, we got some sticks. I would assume we would have been looking at the box, but I guess not. Alright, so we got into both of those. We're gonna have to come back and look at those documents later. I wish we could, like, have a copy of them or something. Alright, we already got everything upstairs. There was no unopened containers, so the only thing left is the locked doors down below and the other locked container. Did we ever figure out... Oh, can we use the brush with the ink on this? No. Okay. I thought maybe we could. I thought maybe it was like invisible ink kind of shit. What hint are you trying to give me now? Search the cabin's interior. I'm already doing that! Some of these hints, man, I swear. So goofy. Alright, yeah, there's nothing else in the... Yeah, I think we're ready to go back downstairs. Alright, let's go down. Sorry, gang, my software just hiccuped. Okay. Can we do anything with this altar now? We still can't interact with that. That's really weird. I don't understand why we can't. Alright, does the key open this? That's the question. It does. What now? There are a lot of maps here. Each of them marked with a series of numbers. I think that's a kind of serial number. I have no clues what I should look at. There are just too many of them. Alright, wait. 3 sticks. Encrypted combination. KD78GT8. Wait, that's 7 digits. Is that a phone number? Let's see, so it would be KD78. What was it? DG78? DG. No. Wait. Let me. What was the number again? KD78GT8. 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 Of course. Letters on the phone buttons used to encrypt the numbers. Nobody's answering the phone. Better ask Arthur to find out who this number belongs to. Arthur's in on it, dude! How have you not figured that out yet?
Yes?
Hi, Arthur. It's Howard. I need you to do me another favour.
Yes, of course.
I've got a phone number here. 537-8488. I need to know what address that is.
No problem, Howard. I'll call you back when I found it.
Thanks, Arthur.
Oh, dude, you're asking for trouble. Alright, we don't know what to do with the maps yet. Let's see here. Alright, let's search this place again. Well, not this place. We've already searched this room. We obviously need something to interact with that, but we don't have whatever it is. So let's poke around, see if there's any other things we've missed. Because we missed, there's those two rooms that are locked, the one with the eye. And we kind of explored these in a hurry, because I was under the impression that we were going to get grabbed. What? There's some putty here. It may be useful. I was wondering why that was discolored. Okay. Alright, let's go check the prison really quick. Can I talk to the crazy dude again? He's probably gone mad, and there's no use in talking to him. Okay. Alright, let's go check the cell again. Whoops, stop that. Absolutely sure there's nothing else here. Nope. And there's nothing else to click on here. We can't click on the stool. So what's his name was a prisoner here. Put the candle back down and walk out of the room. Alright, and I sincerely doubt we're going to be able to go into the darkness. Oh, the door's locked now, so it doesn't matter. Alright, can I use a key on this door, or is it... No, it's not that kind of door. Alright, what about this door? Whoops. Give me a key, doesn't matter what kind. No, it's not an unlockable door either. So if we can't interact with the door while we're looking at it, then it's not a door we can ever unlock. Wait, can we use the putty on the back of this thing? Maybe that's what we've been missing. Can I open the... There we go. Was it the putty that we needed? Some putty I took from the electric fence. Obviously it was. Okay, so we have an outline of it. I don't know what that does for us, but we have an outline of it. Oops, that's the button I meant to hit. We know what the symbols are now. That's cool. Okay, so we got the squiggly line, we got the Eye of Ra, and we've got what looks like some kind of Asian symbol? One of the Asian languages? I don't know. Okay. Not sure how that helps us, but... Wait, can I paint the putty? That seems like a far shot, but what the hell, why not? Is this going to do anything? Apparently it is. I painted the putty with a brush. To what end? Huh. Oh! The blank piece of paper! Back upstairs! Because now we can actually have a drawing of what the symbols are that we need. Although it's probably just to make it easier to carry than to carrying around the putty mold, which kind of makes sense. Alright, so that was the whole point. Was so we could actually draw... Okay, see, adventure logic could finally make sense now. Alright, so this should work. And now we have a copy of the symbols. Yep, the Eye of Ra, squiggly line, and... No, it's judgment scales. Oh. Which falls in line with the Eye of Ra thing. Okay. My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoyed. You all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, queue up the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to tag that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.